Will you pray with me? May the words of my mouth and the meditations of all our hearts be acceptable to you, O God, our rock and our Redeemer. Amen. I love Christmas carols of any and all variety. From Away in the Manger to Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, I love them all. No offense to Grandma. But What Child Is This will always be one of my favorites. Maybe it's the lilting 6/8 meter. Maybe it's the masterful use of the Dorian mode and the tune Greensleeves. You know that little note? What child is this? Maybe it's the way the hymn evokes wonder. The fact that it's a series of questions. It's a song sung almost breathlessly by incredulous witnesses to the birth of Christ. When we sing this carol, we admit that we don't yet fully understand what we are seeing, but still we can't help but burst into song. I love this song, and I have known it by heart for decades. So I was pretty surprised, actually, when this brand new purple Presbyterian hymnal came out back in 2014, to open it up and see some words I had never seen before. It starts in the second verse, the one with the ox and the ass. Why lies he in such mean estate, where ox and ass are feeding? Sing along if you know it. Good Christian, fear for sinners, hear the silent word is pleading. Now, after that, I'd always just gone back and sung the chorus, right? You know this. This is Christ the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. But as I followed along in my Presbyterian hymnal, which yes, I see several of you doing, I saw some new and arguably somewhat disturbing words. Nails, spear shall pierce him through, the cross be born for me and you. Hail, hail, the Word made flesh, the babe, the Son of Mary. Really? Are we going to bring the cross into this? Do we have to go there right now? This is a song we sing on Christmas Eve when the candles are glowing and hearts are merry and bright. It's not a time that any of us really want to be thinking about nails, spears, or crosses. You know, it reminds me of another line from A Christmas Carol that can be a bit of a downer. This time from We Three Kings. You know this one, right? Myrrh is mine, its bitter perfume breathes a life of gathering bloom, sorrowing, sighing, bleeding, dying, sealed in a stone-cold tomb. Wow, okay. I guess now we know which of the three kings not to invite to next year's Christmas party. It's Christmas. We want to bask in the glow of the manger. What is it that makes these hymns push us from the glow of the manger to go stand in the shadow of the cross? This morning's gospel reading has much the same effect, doesn't it? Often it's called the Massacre of the Innocents. And it is a text that feels, quite frankly, too awful for the Christmas story. Like Joseph's dream, it jolts us awake out of our delightful candy cane stupor, our childlike wonder, our tidings of comfort and joy. The story of the murderous King Herod, the deaths of children, the refugee Jesus, it lands us uncomfortably back in the real world. For much of the Christmas story, it is the stuff of legends and fairy tales, isn't it? Magi from the east follow a star. God appears and speaks to Joseph in his dreams. A virgin gives birth. A little baby sleeps in a manger. Angels appear in the Bethlehem sky, and to her surprise, in Mary's living room. Christmas glows like a holy story, almost too beautiful and too magical. Touch. But the story of King Herod and his rampage in Bethlehem, well, that sounds like the 5 o'clock news. Even the most skeptical among us can't help but believe this part of the Christmas story because we've heard this story before, haven't we? We recognize King Herod, we've seen his face. From concentration camps in Europe, to the killing fields of Cambodia, to the separation of children from their families in our own nation, we know what it looks like. The tyrant gets fearful, and the children are the ones who suffer. And so now, with this text into that silent night, holy night, where stars of wonder line the sky and angels sleep, sing, and babies sleep, a new sound cuts through the night. Rachel weeping for her children. It's heavy. It's jarring. It is heartbreaking, but we can't deny, can we, that it's true. And yet, we call this the gospel, the good news of Jesus Christ. And friends, believe it or not, I truly do think there is good news, even in a story this awful. For the world into which Jesus is born, the place where the Word becomes flesh and dwells among us is this, our real world. The world into which Christ is born does not glow with the magic of a Hallmark Christmas movie. And for most of us, our daily lives do not sound much like fairy tales, do they? We live in a world that has seen more of raging tyrants than singing angels, where parents do weep, where grief is there, and yet, friends, this is the place where God shows up. Christ is born. Love comes to earth precisely in those places where Rachel is still weeping. Do you remember back in Advent what the angel told Joseph in his first dream to name his child? He said, "Name him Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins, and then call him Emmanuel." God is with us. God is with us in this real world where mothers weep and refugees flee. God is with us in this real world where loved ones die and marriages end and people grow apart from each other. God is with us in this real world where bodies get sick and break down, where hearts break open, where things fall apart here, and especially here. Emmanuel, God with us, comes. It was no messenger or angel The prophet Isaiah writes, but God's very presence that saved us. In God's love and in God's pity, he redeemed us, he lifted us up, and he carried us all the days of old. Rachel is still weeping. We all know that. But the promise is that God comes anyway. You know those new words in the Christmas carol, and what child is this? Well, I did some digging. Turns out they're actually the original lyrics. That's how the song went all along. Well-meaning singers like me had sanitized the song, had tried to hide the dark parts, and we'd accidentally missed the miracle. Christmas. That Christ is born, even into a world where nails, spears, and a cross are waiting. That the joy of Christmas is not a fairy tale, but a God who shows up in a broken and fearful world and loves it back to life. The miracle is Emmanuel, God with us, Christ coming to us while Rachel is still weeping. Thanks be to God.